to start speaking before they sit.
They're coming in before. They're supposed to be in.
They don't know how to get on stage. This way they have to do it Okay, so then I'll wait for them to come. I'm going to kind of send them in.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. To all the grandparents and special friends joining us today in person and on live stream, welcome. I'm Leah Abrams, President of the Shlenker Board of Trustees, and on behalf of the board, I am so pleased to be able to stand here today and participate in a Shlenker tradition. While the program has been modified these past few years because of COVID, we know that being together is always better, and it's our family and special friends who have kept the Shlenker community strong. I am thankful to see the sanctuary full of smiling faces, and I'm excited to hear our program and spend time with our students. We truly are better together. The Shlenker community is fortunate to have active and engaged grandparents, volunteers, helping throughout the school. Sue Ellen and AJ Rosemarin are our annual fund grandparent chairs. They have joined us today and would now like to say a few words.
Good morning. I'm Sue Ellen Rosemarin. Along with my husband, AJ, we welcome you in person and via Zoom to Elementary Grandparents and Special Friends Day. It is an honor for us to be co-chairs again this year. The Shlenker School means so much to us as our grandchildren, Logan, Graham, and Hallie Gilbert, are students. Our daughter and son-in-law, Marcy and Jeffrey Gilbert, along with Jeffrey's parents, Julie and John Gilbert, have a deep connection and appreciation for the superb education our grandchildren receive at Shlenker in a wonderful and nurturing environment. Today is an opportunity for us to see firsthand the great immersive education the Shlenker School provides to its students as an award-winning school.
For 35 years, the Shlenker School has developed confident Jewish students through its exceptional academics. We take great pride and comfort in the high-quality education our grandchildren receive in a nurturing environment with strong Jewish values through the leadership of Head of School, Dr. Michelle Barton, and her exceptional team of educators. We also recognize only 85% of the costs are covered through tuition, which leaves a 15% gap each year, or about $2,000 a student. This gap is made up in large part through the generosity of grandparents like you, as well as parents, friends, and alumni. The annual fund supports tuition assistance for those families unable to meet the full cost of tuition, as well as to purchase new technology, provide resources for the classrooms, develop innovative programming, and maintain its quality faculty. With that in mind, we hope you will act soon and support the Shlenker School's annual fund campaign. Thank you for your consideration.
Today is a special day. The idea of being together again seemed just a faraway dream the last few years, but here we are, celebrating our togetherness with song, dance, and smiles in the company of our entire community. Our first song, written by Matthew Gerard and Robbie Neville, highlights the idea that we are stronger when we are together. Without further introduction, please enjoy Shlenker Elementary students singing "We're All in This Together."
in our next song, Together Again, written by Teresa and Paul Jennings, Shlenker kindergarten and first grade students want to share with you how happy, delighted, ecstatic, and jazzed they are to be here today with all their grandparents and special friends. Please join me in a round of applause for our Shlenker kindergarten and first grade classes.
Yiddish is a language originally used by Jewish people in Central and Eastern Europe. It was originally a German dialect infused with Hebrew words. Many of us know a few Yiddish words, and there are several members of the audience that speak Yiddish. In many families, Yiddish has become an important tradition that grandparents pass down to their grandchildren. To honor that tradition, please join me in welcoming Shlenker kindergarten, first, second, and third grade students, along with some help from several of our fifth grade students to share a Yiddish medley.
Kinder, Jong, kom, Viering, Wel,
The song Count on Me, written by Peter Hernandez, Ari Levine, and Philip Lawrence, and sung by Bruno Mars, talks about how strong a bond between two friends can be and how much they mean to each other. Please join me in welcoming Shlenker second and third graders to the stage to sing the song Count on Me, to remind each of you here today that because of the bond they share with you, they never feel alone because you are always by their side.
Can we get another round of applause for those amazing kids? My name is Dr. Michelle Barton, and I have the privilege of serving as the head of school here at the Shlenker School. I am one very proud head of school this morning. Seeing the sanctuary filled with hundreds of loving and supportive adults cheering on our kids makes my heart happy, and it has been too long since we've all been together. So thank you to each of you for being here in person and on live stream to support our school. My grandparents were my confidants, my advisors, my guides, my playmates, my role models, my best and special friends, and some of the brightest lights in my life. I was lucky enough to grow up as an only child in a home with my parents, my uncle, and my grandparents all together, a nod to an old Eastern European sort of shtetl life, if you will. And the memories that I have of being together with them are strong and everlasting. I can tell you how they took their coffee each morning. I can smell my grandmother's perfume, her matzo ball soup, her cholent. I have vivid memories of Shabbat dinners spent together and nights before bed curling up in their room hearing stories about their own childhoods. And when my grandparents spoke to each other in Yiddish in the hopes that we wouldn't understand what they were saying, it only perked my ears up more intently to listen for something juicy. Earlier this week, I had the pleasure of listening to Dr. Wendy Mogul, a renowned clinical psychologist and best-selling author who was visiting at Congregation Beth Israel. And she reflected on the notion of a familect. It's a special language, a dialect that's unique to a family unit that consists of nicknames and inside jokes and made-up words. And she was encouraging parents and trusted adults, like each of you, to simply speak with kids and share time together, to share moments with them, to share stories with them, and to warm up each other's lives by being together. It's the reason that I can still hear the way my grandmother, and only my grandmother, called me Mimi or Mimala, my uncle who called me Kidlet, my grandfather who called me his pride and joy. And it's why my family laughs every time we think about my grandpa calling his dresser his Chester drawer instead of chest of drawers. And why we chuckle whenever we see a car race on TV and the announcer says that a car is going in for a pit stop, because my grandmother always thought it was a pish stop because surely the driver needed to use the restroom after having spent several hours in the car. And it's not one memory, you'll never hear it the same way again, I promise you. It's not one memory in particular for any of us. You see, it's a sea of these small moments over time. And these special moments show that we truly are better together.
Good morning. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Casey Suter, and I am the elementary division head. As Dr. Barton mentioned, Better Together is the theme of our program today. When I think about these words through the lens of a grandmother, I am thankful for the love and many memories I share with my grandchildren, Parker, Pace, Eleanor, and Teddy. My heart is full when I reflect on the time that we spend together, and I'm thankful to watch them grow each day. Whether it's learning to crawl, taking their very first steps, playing in a ball game, or learning to read, listening to their dreams of what they want to be when they grow up fills me with the greatest joy. During this beautiful season of thankfulness, we're reminded that children cherish and remember the small moments spent together with family and friends. We are all better when we're together, and we hope that your time at Shlenker today is just one more of those meaningful moments to cherish with your grandchildren and special friends.
In the past few years, many of us have experienced some gloomy days due to a pandemic that affected not only the physical but the emotional health of people around the world. Many people have been forced to isolate themselves from the people they love the most. The song Beyachad, written by Avi Talendo Nano, is a musical piece that brings light to all of us by conveying the message that being together, opening our hearts, holding hands, and looking at the light of the stars will bring hope for good days like this one to come and stay forever. Please enjoy our Shlenker 4th and 5th grade class singing Beyachad.
Every one of us is strong, but when we come together, we become stronger, better human beings, and a power that nothing else can touch. Our Shlenker 4th and 5th graders are excited to present the song Better Together, written by Jack Hugel, Hannah Jones, and Matthew Wong, to this wonderful and powerful audience.
Well, give them another round of applause. I hope you can see it from where you're sitting, but from my seat in the front row, I'll just tell you, you'll be very disappointed. I can't clap or dance. I can't do any of this. They are really amazing students. If you want to ask, where is Torah in your life? It's right here. This is the reflection of Torah, and if anybody questioned or was concerned about the future of our Judaism and the Jewish people, I would only say, look here again. It's right here. And in the Torah portion this week in Chayei Sarah, we actually open and learn that the life of Sarah is reflected in the commitment that her husband Abraham made by purchasing a burial plot of all things at a very high price. No coupon, no red tag sale. He paid everything that he could to be sure that the investment that he made would always endure. I'm not pitching any sales today, but I will tell you that the dividends that we expect to see in the future begin with the investment that we make in our children and our grandchildren. And we don't want to pay for that with coupons or red tag sales. We want the best investment we can make so that the dividends are rich and beautiful, profound and intelligent and creative. And we have seen a reflection of that today. And you know, when we make that dividend in our children and our grandchildren, sometimes we wonder, will they do better than me? Will they be bigger than me? Will they be more creative, brighter? And you know what we want? We want them to do everything better than us. Judaism tells us that we can be envious or jealous of others. It's human nature. But there are two groups that we can never be jealous of. We're told not to. We can't be jealous or envious of our mentees, those who grow beyond us professionally. And we can't be jealous or envious of our children and our grandchildren. They should always have more. They should also do more. They should be more than us. And we're beginning to see that it's all coming into view. It's unfolding right in front of us. Grandparents, great-grandparents today, and special friends, it is better together. And they can't do this without all of us doing it together too. I'm very grateful that you're here. I'm grateful to the leadership of the Shlenker School. I'm grateful that Congregation Beth Israel also participates and engages so meaningfully and deeply in the lives of your children, because it's a joy for us as well. So we like to appreciate the blessings that we're feeling today in advance of gathering around our tables next week. Our whole country and nation, no matter who we are or where we come from, celebrates Thanksgiving. And today we share a very significant blessing. And I'm so pleased to invite Mr. Mason, who's Beth Israel's Director of Young Family Education and Musical Engagement, who also engages with the Shlenker School, to share a blessing. Our familiar Shechianu says to all of us, and certainly with the leadership of the fifth graders who take their places on the bima, that we are grateful to God for giving us life, for sustaining us, and for bringing all of us to share in this very joyful moment.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehecheyanu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehecheyanu v'kimanu lazman hazeh.
And now I'd like to invite Dr. Barton to join me so we can lead each other and all of us together in the blessings for Shabbat. as we prepare to make our way home to gather with our families, you'll be so impressed by your grandchildren and great-grandchildren, how they come to the table prepared to lead you in the blessings on Shabbat. Our Kiddush cup to sanctify not only this moment, but also the Shabbat that we will share.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav Veratzavanu Veshabbat Kodsho Ve'ahava Uvratzon Inchilanu Zikaron Lema'aseh Bereshit Ki hu Yom Techila Lemikra Kodesh Zecher Letziat Mitzrayim Kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim ve'shabbat kodshecha ve'ahava uvratzon inchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat.
And now we can uncover the challah and lift it up to share our blessing together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen. Beautiful. We wish all of you a wonderful Shabbos, a wonderful Shabbat with your family and friends. Thank you, Mr. Mason.
Along with the other qualities that my grandparents possessed, they were givers and they were selfless. And all they wanted was for their children and grandchildren to have a better life than they had. Because as Rabbi Lyon mentioned, isn't that all we want for our kids? A better life with more opportunities and possibilities than the generation before. My grandparents lived an innately Jewish life, but I'm not talking about religious observance or even spirituality, though all of that was true too. They actively sought to leave the world better than they found it. They embodied the principles of Tikkun Olam, they repaired the world and left it better, and they always mentioned that the best time to plant a tree was 30 years ago, but the second best time is now, so that the next generation could experience it just a little bit better. Sue Ellen and AJ Rosemarin said it beautifully, and I want to thank you for your ongoing leadership and support of our school. But as they mentioned at the beginning of our program, our mission at Shlenker is to provide students with an exceptional education and ensure the Jewish future is better for the next generation. And for those of you who have any doubts, as Rabbi Lyon said, look around. Look at our children. So for those of you who have not yet contributed to our annual fund this school year, I ask you to take a moment and consider the value of a Jewish day school experience in your child's life now and in the future. I ask you to consider the value of a Shlenker education in particular. And then I ask you for your help. I'm going to urge you to invest in your child's future and in the future of our beautiful school so that our students can thrive. I'm going to ask you after this to visit our website and either join our leadership circle or make a meaningful gift, whatever meaningful means to you. Because every dollar has a direct impact on our students. And I'm going to ask that you make an investment in these kids. And also, as Rabbi Lyon said, though we didn't discuss this before, in a volatile market, it's the only investment that I can really promise will never depreciate in value. So really, it's a smart business decision as well. All educators have reasons that they first went into education. And my grandparents are my reason. They're my North Star. But these Shlenker students, well, they're the reason that we stay in Jewish education. Because these incredible students are our future and living proof that there are and will be better days ahead as long as we are together.
So we have many people to thank today, but I would like to start with thanking our Grandparents and Special Friends Day chairs, Stacy Beer, Catherine Danziger, and Tiffany Siegel, along with Rachel Miller, SPA Vice President and Liaison for Elementary Grandparents and Special Friends Day. Our volunteers made decorations, helped to select the theme and the invitations, and made the amazing buttons that you're wearing on your chest today. They also have been a big hand and a very special surprise that you'll receive later on this morning.
Let's give them a round of applause. We also want to recognize our fabulous fifth grade teachers, Dr. Stephanie Burdine and Hannah Shapiro, for assisting with special fifth grade presentations that will happen after. Let's go ahead and give them a round of applause. I want to recognize our entire elementary faculty and staff for their help and dedication to our students each and every day. Lisa Sachs, thank you for your work publicizing the event, creating the invitations, the save the dates, helping with lots of logistics, and keeping us all nice and sane. Thank you. Ms. Suter, I want to say a special thank you to you and go off script. You are the finest instructional leader that I've ever had the privilege of working with. It is because of you that these students are successful and learn and grow, and why there are so many of them that we could hardly fit them all on the bima. Thank you for everything.
I also have another thank you, and this is to our wonderful music specialist, Ronit Hochman. Let's give her a big hand. Ronit, we are so thrilled that you joined our Shlenker team, and the things that you're bringing to our students are just amazing, so thank you for that. She has worked lots of hours preparing for today's event. We are so grateful for all the planning and the executing of this beautiful Grandparents and Special Friends Day, and for helping our students showcase their musical talent as well as their love for the Shlenker community. Thank you, Ronit.
We are grateful for the support and involvement of the Beth Israel clergy. Thank you, Rabbi David Lyon and Mike Mason, for being here with us today, as well as Rabbi Adrian Scott and Cantor Kenneth Feibush, who teach classes and lead us in prayer throughout the year. We are blessed to have you. A special thank you, Richard Kaplan, for being here, Beth Israel president and fellow Shlenker grandparent. I also want to thank our maintenance and security team for all of their efforts to keep things running smoothly and to keep our students, families, and faculty safe.
So, following our final song, I ask that you please remain seated. We will dismiss our students first so that they will go back to their classrooms and are able to meet you there. Grandparents and special friends of kindergarten through 4th grade will proceed to the children's classrooms once the students have exited the sanctuary. There will be guides in the hallway to help you find your way. 5th grade families, we have a very, very special program ready for you in Wolf Tuman Hall as soon as the program is finished. Again, thank you for being here.
On behalf of the entire Shlenker faculty and staff, as well as our students, we wish you a Shabbat Shalom and a very happy Thanksgiving. We are certainly thankful for each of you.
The words of our final song say, "Together, heart to heart, we'll open and we'll see the light in the sky. Together, heart to heart, we'll open with hope for love. Because today, our dream of being together has become a reality." We will close this special event with the song Shir La Ahava, a song that speaks about the importance of remembering that nothing, not even a world pandemic, can separate our hearts or interfere with the love between grandparents, grandchildren, and special friends. Open
Well, y'all were such good listeners. Thank you very much. Now that the students have exited, we're going to ask you just to give them 1 minute just to get to the classrooms so that they're there waiting for you. If you have 5th grade children, we'll see you in Wolf Tumim Hall. Everyone else, thank you so much for being here. Enjoy your time with your grandchildren and special friends.